I wanted to invite you to ride along with us on our great Trans-America Trail adventure. In this video, we start out in southeast Texas and drive to Nags Head, North Carolina. From Nags Head, North Carolina, on the bikes to somewhere in Virginia near Middlebrook. The idea for the Trans-America Trail began in 1985 when a man named Sam Carrero decided to map out a mostly off-pavement route, which in its current form will take you from Nags Head, North Carolina, all the way to Port Orford, Oregon. I provided a graphic there from Sam Carrero's website just to give you a general idea of where the route goes. It's roughly 6,000 miles. And it'll take you through North Carolina, West Virginia, Tennessee, Virginia, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Idaho, Nevada, and Oregon. On March 28th, we loaded up the bikes and left southeast Texas and drove 1,018 miles to Florence, South Carolina. Then on day one, which was March 29th, or Good Friday, we left Florence about 6:15 and drove to Kill Devil Hills, north of Nags Head. We ended up buying a 2x12 at a local Lowe's store and used that to unload Billy's 890 and my Tenere 700 in a ditch there across from where we turn our rental truck in. I provided a few little maps, again, just to give you a general idea where we were and where we went. Here we are walking down to the Atlantic Ocean. I wanted to at least put my boot in the water before we left. We initially planned on leaving the following day, but we were so anxious, we decided we were going to head out on Good Friday. We left Kill Devil Hills around 2:30, and we're going to end up in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. The next few minutes here is just us riding on the highway there, headed west from Nags Head, deeper into North Carolina. Be back in a minute. Here was the first of what I believe was 5 detours that we were required to take over the first 2 days because of bridges being out or roads closed. Of course, we had to go check it out. Again, we ended up in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. We stayed in what I will call a half-star motel. Ended up traveling 164 miles on what was essentially a half-day period. It was also very, very windy. We left Murfreesboro at 6:30 in the morning. It was 41 degrees. Rode some just awesome back roads into Virginia. And at some point here, as we were going down a very steep, rocky section in the mountains of Virginia, I realized that I was having issues with my rear brake. That, of course, creates a significant issue when you're going downhill on gravel on a 460-pound bike with 50 pounds of camping gear plus my 220 pounds. That's Bobby. I didn't catch your name.
Johnny.
This is the place to stop in Danielsville. Is that what it's called? Danieltown, Virginia. I'd read, I think some guy said that the first gravel was 260 miles. I followed 260 miles. Even though we might have gone a little bit different. We made it to Madison Heights, which is a suburb of Lynchburg. This was almost a 30-mile detour because we were looking for the proper brake fluid. Anyway, Billy Oliver came to the rescue and got my brake issue sorted out. Ended up 245 miles on the day. We left Lynchburg about 7:30 in the morning, 61 degrees, just awesome scenery on the back roads of Virginia. I remember Sleepy Hollow and Dark Hollow roads south of Covington, Virginia were particularly fun to ride. We knew when we left we were looking for a church to stop at for Easter services.
number anyway. The doctor on the line said she'd get me in that day. Dr. Juice, Sister Squeeze, Dr. Juice, Sister Squeeze. Satisfaction guarantee. For that you gotta pay. She said she'd fix my body in that old-fashioned way. She wrapped her arms around me, squeezed me till I popped. She said she'd keep it coming till she heard me holler stop. Dr. Juice, Sister Squeeze.
So we ended up stopping for Easter service at Redeemer Lutheran near Middlebrook, Virginia. Just awesome congregation, neat service. Ended up staying around for about 45 minutes afterwards, visiting with folks there. Apparently they don't have many guys in motorcycle gear show up for services. We're about 20 miles probably from the West Virginia border in the middle of nowhere when the light rain that we've been dealing with all day turned into a downpour with lightning and thunder. Our allegedly waterproof riding gear, we learned, was not. Soaking wet from the waist down and getting a little anxious, we ended up taking another slight detour and found an awesome bed and breakfast in Warm Springs, Virginia. Covered about 235 miles on the day. Anyway, thanks for riding along. We'll pick up next time from Warm Springs, Virginia.
Sister Squeeze.